Have you asked yourself what are the best and most important requirements to have a successful E-2 petition? If you have, then this video will be very helpful for you in your process of getting an E-2 visa. Again, my name is Charles Rather. I'm the managing partner at AmLaw Group. We're based in the greater Miami area where we focus exclusively on business immigration to the United States. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments in the description or comment area below. Better yet, if you reach out to us for a consult, we can better advise you on your next steps in your journey to the United States. So getting back to the topic of E-2 and the primary requirements. You probably are familiar with the main requirements, but there's a lot of disinformation out there online or information that's not quite clear. First thing I would say is the investment amount is very important. I know a lot of attorneys that say you got to invest $150,000, $200,000 to get an E-2 visa. I'd say that's not at all true. We've been doing $100,000 for our clients' investments for years now. We've never had any problems. So if you're looking at an investment that's about $100,000 or more, you really shouldn't have any problems. Now, if you're looking at maybe $60,000, $70,000, it's theoretically doable, but I think it's very risky. As long as you're in that $100,000 range, plus or minus maybe $10,000, maybe even $15,000, you should have no problems. Some people might be willing to take the risk just because they don't have more available cash, but you just need to understand you are raising the likelihood of a denial in that case. Besides the minimum investment amount, what else is required? Well, I would say you need to make sure you have an operating business. One of the beauties of the E-2 is that almost any operating business is suitable. But nonetheless, what does that mean? You can't have a passive business. It can't be crypto mining. It can't be day trading, stuff like that. You have to be an actual business where there's people working day to day and providing a service or a product or manufacturing something. So that's an important consideration as well. Whether you need an office, that's a bit of a gray area. The regs as they're currently written allow you to not have an office. But again, if you have an otherwise rather weak case by not having an office, I'm afraid that you're going to be raising the risk that they're going to maybe deny you based on that. Again, the regs say that if you can prove that you can effectively and profitably conduct the business without a separate office, that should be adequate. But again, that's always up to the subjective perspective and interpretation of the officer. And where possible, we try to minimize any possible problems. In addition to that, as you probably know, it's very important to prove the source of funds of your investment. Some people, that's easy. Some, it could be difficult because there's problems tracing back the money, where they got the money that they're investing in. So again, that really depends on the actual investor and his or her financial situation. In terms of any other requirements, these are the most important. Of course, you also need to do a business plan. You need to incorporate your business. But in terms of important points, those are the most important that you should focus on in order to have a successful petition. Now, of course, there's other things you need to worry about as well, including preparing for the interview for the E-2. And we have a video and also a guide that you can request or download where we talk about successfully hammering down the interview for the E-2 visa, because E-2 visas are very difficult. They're not formalities, and in most cases, they will go into a lot of details about your business. So what we discussed today is not the do-all and end-all of what you need to know about E-2s, but at least the primary requirements. To get more details about the E-2, check out some of our other videos, or even better yet, sign up for a consultation and we can give you an individualized analysis of your situation and create a personalized roadmap for your way forward. Until next time, this was Charles Rather.